When you sweat, you just don't lose water, you lose electrolytes.
Important nutrients and minerals that your body needs, including magnesium.
Magnesium is the key to good health and disease prevention. Without it, you'll likely have low energy, poor stamina, and weak vitality.
Most people don't get enough magnesium,
And most magnesium supplements are poorly absorbed with little as 4% of the benefits.
but Magnesium 5X is not your average supplement.
It has some of the most bioavailable and highly absorbable forms of magnesium in the world. 5X will help your muscles function, your bones, tooth, tissue development, and heart function, and boost your energy.
Kelly and I are proud to be the official launch partners for SOULLIFE and Magnesium 5X here in America.
Use our code and get $20 off every bottle. Change your life for the better with SOULLIFE.
Change your life for the better with SOULLIFE and Magnesium 5X. Hey guys, welcome to your Daily Smash for Thursday, March 28th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Looking beautiful.
You too, honey.
I don't know about that. I did get my hair cut today.
You look gorgeous. Megan did such a great job.
She did. She says hi.
Oh, I love her.
She wants to give you bangs.
She does?
Yeah.
She wants to give me bangs?
She has bangs now. She's like, bangs are in. I want to give Kelly bangs. Kelly will rock bangs, she said.
I've always wore bangs.
You have.
Because I have such a big forehead. Yeah.
Can you stop filming for a second?
Yeah, what do
Nope.
you need?
No, I need you to stop. It's urgent.
So Julie said urgent because Michael Dodd will not give her any money to go on our school trip that we are going to visit schools. So he won't pay for her tires. Her tires are bald.
He didn't want to pay for her wisdom teeth.
He didn't want to pay for her wisdom teeth.
I guess he's not planning to take her to New York to visit Parsons School.
Because he
Which
didn't
is
even
on
say,
him. He should be
and he
doing
didn't say
that.
congratulations. My poor daughter.
Yeah.
Well, she just came in here to tell me it's okay.
You know, we got it. We got it. We got it.
Michael Dodd is the biggest piece of crap, and he has one and only child, and he can't even send her money to go to Paris and London. What a deadbeat. Doesn't pay me child support. Nothing. Doesn't pay her health insurance. The basic needs.
For 3 years.
The basic needs. I didn't grow up with a dad like that. I don't even know what that is. I just told Julie, you don't need him. He is a loser. And it only should make you. I want to cry right now.
I'm sorry, honey. Do you want
It
to
only
pause?
makes you. No, it's okay. It's okay. It only makes you want to work harder.
Yeah, and you told her, use it as motivation
Yeah.
to succeed, and kind of throw it in his face. Like, I don't need your help. I can do this on my own. And good for her.
What
that
a
she's-
freaking piece of crap. What a loser.
It's just sad. It makes me sad. Okay.
What a loser.
Let's move on. Our people don't need to hear about this.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. Well, that just happened. So this is a reality show.
It is.
And this is, the reality is that was married to a deadbeat dad that has one kid. And
Let's talk
one
about
kid
the
on-
amazing man you're married to
Yay!
now. Okay, let's talk
do that.
about me for
Okay.
a while.
Hey, enough about you. Let's talk about me. So what do you think
Get it
about
right here.
this?
Thank you guys.
Let's turn this frown upside down.
Thank you guys for supporting us. I looked at our analytics today, 6.2 million views in the last year, and over 10.8 million, almost 11 million views lifetime here on our
What is
YouTube
lifetime?
channel.
That's 2 years.
Since we launched the channel, I don't remember the exact date. It was just over 2 years, but we didn't really start posting stuff for the first few months, like 6 months, 8 months that we had our channel.
I think our channel really started going almost a year and a half ago, right?
When we started doing a Daily Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we really started kicking it in.
Yeah.
And again, thank you guys for watching. That's a lot of views.
That's a lot. I mean, 10.8 million? That's
Yeah.
a lot of people that watched us.
A lot of eyeballs.
We're very lucky and fortunate to have you guys. You know what? F Michael Dodd. We have you.
Yeah, we have millions and millions of your views to warm our hearts. So thank you again. You had an experience at Chanel today.
Okay.
You want to talk about that?
So I was cleaning out the garage and I have a box full of purses, right? Like bags. I've had them in the garage.
In a container.
In a container for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I kind of forgot about them.
Uh-huh.
And someone said, well, you know, like talking about bags. And I'm like, well, I've had them in the garages. Like anybody could have stolen, right? I'm like, yeah, I have so many Chanel bags. And they're like, they've gone up in price. I'm like, oh, wow. So we were cleaning out the garage, and I pull out one of my Chanel bags. Well, this isn't, I'll show you the picture. This is another one, which they can't redo. So
they can't fix that one.
Well, no, this one's in good condition. This doesn't have any issues.
Oh, okay.
I just need to get it cleaned. But I also had this in the bucket, right? So I had 2 Chanel bags, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, this looks almost fake. Legit, this Chanel bag I purchased, I don't even know how many years ago. I think maybe 2010. I think it was $4,500.
14 years ago.
I paid this caviar jumbo bag $4,500. I remember.
Yeah.
And I bought another one $4,500, but they don't make it. The last one was 2012. So I take it to Chanel bag, and I'm like, this honestly, I pulled it out, and the whole thing was discolored.
Yeah.
And the chain. This chain is gold, right?
Yeah.
I'll show you the picture. And it was all discolored. And this part right here is gold, and it was all discolored.
Yeah.
So I take it, and I had no idea that these bags inside have a little sticker inside, and they punch in the sticker. It's right there. That's the serial number, right?
Okay.
I had no idea that was a serial number.
Yeah.
So they go in there, just 2 people in there, and they type it in this computer, and it shows whether it's authentic or not. And so she goes in there, and she's like, yeah, this bag is worth $12,500. I was like, oh my God.
And you paid $4,500 for it.
I paid $4,500 for it.
It's a solid investment and something you can wear whenever you want.
I had all these purses
Yeah.
thrown. I mean, I have more than this, by the way.
Well, listen, you're doing well for yourself. You have bags you forgot about that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars sitting in the garage.
But this is the kicker. So I take it to them, and this zipper, I bought this Chanel bag. They don't make it anymore. And the zipper's all rotted like crazy. And that's probably because I had it in a bin right by the ocean, and the ocean probably took care of it. I don't know, because I didn't take care of it, right? They're like, to get the full zipper for that bag that was made in 2012, it's going to cost me $200 to get that zipper replaced.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not bad for a $12,000 bag.
No, that's another one. That was the other bag.
Oh, how much is that bag worth?
So this bag.
How much is that bag worth?
No, this bag is worth $12,500 too.
No, but the one that you're getting the zipper for.
I don't know. Because they don't make it anymore.
Oh, but it's probably worth many thousands.
It's many
right?
thousands. They don't make it anymore.
Okay.
It's worth many
Probably
thousands.
worth more because they don't make it.
They don't make it anymore. Yeah, it's like vintage now.
Yeah.
Right? But to get that other one fixed,
Yeah.
it's going to cost me $510.
This is going to cost me $510.
But wait, I have vintage Chanel bags with gold hardware from like the 80s, and it hasn't worn off.
Well,
Why-
listen,
why-
it might be where you kept it. It was in a garage. It was at the beach for a year. The air there is very destructive. The salt and that air. You saw what it did to everything we had outside. Everything got rusted.
Well, I have a little problem buying Chanel, and I'll tell you why. So I bought these pearls,
Yeah.
okay, from Chanel. And I went, and if you spray, they're not real pearls. They're not, like, I bought them from the Chanel store.
Did they advertise them as real? Or did you,
No, everything there is cosmetic.
Right.
Like, not cosmetic, costume. So I take it there, and they're like, yeah, it's gonna, we can't fix this. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't fix my pearls that I got here that were legit $4,500?
Come on.
Swear to God.
And they said they can't fix it?
They can't fix, no.
And they wouldn't
I swear
replace
to
them?
you. The perfume rots the enamel up. Their costume, I'm like, I will never, ever, ever buy Chanel costume jewelry ever again.
See, there you have it. That's the kind of thing you get on the Daily Smash. You get amazing advice, hints from Kelly, tips from Kelly
Yeah.
that can help you in life. And that's
You're
one of
better
them.
off going and getting a fake piece of Chanel jewelry.
Yeah.
Legit. Like, honest to God, going to Chinatown and buying fake Chanel jewelry. I'm not kidding you, because they cannot replace I'm flabbergasted by that.
Okay. We have more things to talk about.
Okay, so
including the fact that we're about to be separated for the first time since before we got married.
5 years ago almost. 5 years ago. It feels like we're
going to be in different places, and I'm sad about it, but I also am excited for you and Jolie to have a great time on this trip.
Yeah.
Great mother-daughter experience. But logistically, all next week, we're going to be on opposite sides of the pond. We're going to have to come up with a crafty way of putting a show together if we're going to do this.
How are we going to do this?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you can send me like a video log of your experiences over there, and I can just kind of introduce the clips.
Yeah.
We can do Kelly's trip.
And we can do a Zoom.
And we can do a Zoom. And you can sort of sum up your experiences there every day. Mm-hmm. And I can show what I'm doing in the Hamptons and in the city.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're going to do next week. Also wanted to mention this week on the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon.com, our interview with Jill Zarin. She has predicted no more ultimate girls trips, and Kelly disagrees with that. I do want to share one clip, and then we'll get to Kelly's thoughts. What about Bethany Frank on her Bravo Reckoning? You weren't part of that?
I am. I mean,
you are?
what do you mean part of? I mean, I'm not suing anybody, but I absolutely support it. 100%. I think she's 100% right.
You agree with her?
And the irony is she has nothing to gain, because she was not wronged financially. If anything, she gained financially. I appreciate the fact that she's willing to go out on a limb for everybody else who's going to benefit after her. I still believe, even if there's no lawsuit and nothing happens from the reality reckoning per se, they are all treating you differently now. I mean, I'm not on Bravo, but I guarantee you they are getting treated better because of that reckoning. They're all afraid of being sued now.
I agree with that. And Bethany doesn't have anything to gain. She already gained. She already won. She is going out on a limb to help.
She is. I think she would gain herself financially from residuals if they won that battle. She would also gain in notoriety and respect from all of the other housewives if she is able to win for them. That's something.
Well, then she should do a class action lawsuit.
I think that's what they were talking about doing, but I don't know if they actually ever came up with one. I mean that's sort of anyway. She also predicted that there would be no more ultimate girls trips, and do you agree with that or no?
I think they lost financials big time. Listen, they spent $250,000 on each person. Not only that, not only the talent, but could you imagine going to Morocco?
The production costs.
In the production, and the you have to pay for the cameramen, the sound people. Mm-hmm. You have to put
lighting,
everybody up.
Hotels, airfare.
Probably
security.
I mean, it must be
many millions
of dollars.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the product isn't going to,
right.
that had to devastate them financially.
For sure, because you expect to get a big return on that.
Yeah.
And that's a big chunk of airtime, and you can play it in many countries over and over again.
Yeah.
That's why Bethany wanted residuals, because they make money on top of the money.
People are coming to me from Moscow and Paris and they're like, oh my God, we're now watching your Ireland trip. Which was
that's nuts.
8 years ago.
And Bravo makes money on that. So they spend all those millions and they lose all those millions if this thing doesn't air, and it probably won't.
It's not going to
so
air.
then the argument is amongst the executives or whatever, well, do we spend millions more and run the risk of the same thing happening again? Because it could happen on any show at any time. An incident between two cast members that one of them decides they didn't welcome, and all of a sudden it's harassment or assault.
You know, anybody could sue at any time.
That's
like
true.
Shannon Bedore could sue. She's like, you know what? This is a hostile work environment. You purposefully got Alexis and John to come on to harass me. This is a hostile work environment.
You know better than anyone.
If you really want to get down and dirty, I mean, listen, you signed up for this. This is a reality show. These women that are doing this just want a little payout.
Sure.
I find it asinine for these girls to ruin it for everybody else.
But it is a different playing field. Like they've been playing by different rules for a long time, and I guess what's happening now is the rules that the rest of the world is forced to live with are now starting to be applied to the housewives, to this reality shows.
Then Andy Cohen should play by the rules of every other industry of a big corporation. But they can't because NBC Universal made him too big. Right?
I don't know. I don't know how it's
put
gonna
him
shake
on
out.
they put him on all the housewives reunions.
Yeah.
They should have had somebody else doing that. They put all their eggs in one basket with Andy Cohen.
They did indeed.
They should have had other people if they were, But I agree with Jill Zarin. I think that this is coming to a close. It's coming to a head. I think there is probably, if I were like Amazon or some other, WGN or any of those other things, I'd be like, let's get some of that other talent that are normal and put them on our shows.
That could happen. Who knows? I mean, I already made my prediction that his days were numbered, but I could be wrong. But we're going to keep an eye on it.
I don't think Andy Cohen's
gotta
days
move
are
on.
numbered. I don't think his days are numbered because he's too. They made him too big. They put too much investment in one person.
Yeah, but if he broke the rules in a way that they can't put up with anymore, if they can't justify it, if there are lawsuits that are being filed that they're going to have to settle or go to court on that involve him, and if it can get to a point, you don't think Bill Riley was too big to be fired? It took many, many lawsuits, but eventually he was out the door, and he was their number one earner, and they paid him $25 million a year. And you would think he was too big to fail.
Same with Matt Lauer, I guess.
A lot of those guys, even
Yeah.
Roger Ailes, he created that network, and then he was shown the door, like the boss. You do enough wrong things, eventually it comes back to bite you.
Yeah.
You hear that, P. Diddy? Allegedly. We have a lot more to get to. Can
Okay.
we,
I don't know what your rundown was today.
I know, because
Yeah. I was busy today. Getting my Chanel stuff.
I wanted to read some fun comments from the Cooking with Kelly segment with Harry, the beef Wellington. We posted it on YouTube. It was from our Patreon. And many thousands of you watched it. Thank you. And Beach Guy 7415 said, wow, what a great show, great production and editing. Kelly, you are looking smoking hot, hot, hot.
Oh, thank you. God, I lose some weight. I take some vitamins, and bam, I got hit on today.
Oh, no.
At Cafe R&D.
So this is what happens when I'm not around. And now she's leaving for a week. So what do you think is going to happen in Paris and London?
I'm with my kid.
It doesn't matter.
We're gonna go to
That's not
museums.
going to stop them. They're going to be on you like,
you're silly.
you know what.
No one's doing anything. Trust me.
LNZ in orbit. One word, prodigy. Talking about Harry. Prodigy. CCS4U said, could you use a coffee grinder for the mushrooms maybe, or some other chopping device? I like cooking, but that seemed like a lot of chopping.
Well, we've done a lot of research on the what are they called? They're called duck cells. And you cannot put them through a food processor because it makes a paste. You legit have to chop them.
Because of the consistency.
Yeah, I guess if you put them through a food processor, or even a pulse,
yeah,
it doesn't. It screws up with the consistency of it.
John Putty 3523 looked delicious, but too raw in the middle for me. When we first took it out, it was very red, and we decided to put it back in.
Yeah,
and we cooked that one for a few more minutes. Becky McBain, that's a process, but enjoyed watching. Marilyn Huntley said, Kelly, you are so blessed to have a friend like Harry and a husband like Rick.
I am so blessed. I don't know what I did to deserve like
Oh, honey.
a great family, a great kid, a husband. I have a great mom and dad. I have wonderful, wonderful people. People like you. I get such nice comments from you guys. So I'm so very fortunate and so
Well,
lucky to have amazing people like you guys.
If people only knew how generous, kind, and loving you really are, I hope they're seeing a side of you here that they don't normally see on reality TV. And Chris Anderson said, forget about following the recipe. I was concentrating on Harry.
That's
LOL.
hilarious. Well, he is gorgeous.
Don't forget to subscribe here if you haven't yet. And thank you all for your support. Before we get to the news, I did want to share a video that our friends from Soul Life sent us. This is our short commercial, our only live commercial of this show. But it's about if you love the Soul Life minerals, you need Soul Life minerals, do they not?
Well, listen, your greatest wealth is your health.
There you go.
So there you go.
A lot of people are wondering how you get the discount. So just use our login code, the soullife.com/Rick and Kelly, when you log in. Soullife.com, Rick and Kelly. You go to the toolbar, you click where it says shop, and then you'll see the choices for the multi-packs or the individual bottles. And when you add them to the cart, 2 or more bottles, you'll see that the list price of $69.99 automatically marks down to $49.99 on each bottle. So you have to put them in the cart, and then when you go to checkout, you'll see the discount there. And then, of course, you just fill out your information, and boom, Soul Life to your door. In the news now.
In the news.
Jon Stewart overvalued his New York City home by 829% after labeling Trump's civil case not victimless. This is a little complicated, but it caught my eye because Jon Stewart is now facing backlash because he did a whole bit on Donald Trump's real estate empire and on how overvaluing his properties, which is what he was accused of in the New York case, was not a victimless crime. Stewart's point was that he benefits and others don't benefit. Jon Stewart said, how is he... He said, these are not victimless crimes. He said, money isn't infinite. A loan that goes to the liar doesn't go to someone who's giving a more honest evaluation. So the system becomes incentivized for corruption. So, okay, Jon Stewart, it turns out, sold his 6,280 square foot Tribeca duplex for $17.5 million 10 years ago. $17.5 million 10 years ago. But
how much is it worth now?
The estimated market value was $1.8 million, and the actual assessor valuation was $847,000. So Jon Stewart was paying significantly lower property taxes, calculated based on the assessor valuation price, which is exactly what he called out Trump for doing. Instead of paying taxes on a $17 million penthouse, he was paying taxes on a less than $2 million penthouse, or with in one case, $847,000 penthouse. He was glad to pay lower taxes on that.
But now everyone's a hypocrite.
And he's going after Trump for doing the same thing on his properties. We hope you guys have a smashtastic day.
Have a smashtastic day, everybody.
And we are going to have a smash on Friday that will be pre-recorded before Kelly leaves town. So we hope you watch Friday, and thank you for supporting our channel. Subscribe if you haven't.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.